Hello and welcome to the next episode. We are going to do our best here today to finish up our inn. Been a couple episodes working on it. I've got a good chunk of it done. I think we're going to be on our last little bit here. So, just reminders, we've got the top 2 floors done. Got all of the rooms furnished, pictures hung, and so forth. Roof on, so forth. What we need to do down here is our tavern area, and kind of have it laid out what I think I want to do. Gonna put wherever these dirt blocks are is where we're gonna put tables, and then we'll put chairs surrounding them. I poked some holes in the walls for windows, and built the bar. Getting this spaced out and laid out was took a little bit of time, so talk about some of the details we'll add as we go. I did come back here, build the kitchen, and furnish it. We've got ourselves a sink here, a little window. Part of me wants to make this a door. Bring in supplies, maybe put a little hut on the outside to bring coal or something in. Got a nice little warm fire going here with the bricks. Cutting board table, that kind of thing. Some furnaces, some storage chests. What we're going to do is we're going to bring in some fruits and vegetables, or some of the fruits, or the vegetables, like maybe bring some apples in, some carrots, potatoes. We got the rabbit farm that we've got going, that gonna have rabbit meat. Bring some mushrooms in. We'll have mushroom stew, rabbit stew, that kind of thing. So it should be kind of fun there. So what I'm going to do here is I am going to sleep as it's getting dark. Grab some windows panes, fill those in, and get some supplies going, and then I will back to you here in a bit, right as I get that first little bit done. All right, and welcome back. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put in our tables, and not worry about the seating necessarily, because I want to do this area right here first. This one, I had a specific idea of building a booth for the seating on this one. I think what we're going to use for our tables is going to be a simple pressure plate on a oak fence. Kind of lucky I put the spruce floors in here. Gave me the ability to use the oak fences and oak as seating. So that's what I think we're going to use for our table. Yeah, I know. It's pretty standard. The other option and I don't think I have any. Nope, is to use a piston, an extended piston. So let's go grab some pistons, the redstone, and take a look at the different styles we have here, and sort of see how they look in place. So there's the one disadvantage with using pistons. You kind of have to have the chairs right in tight, or else it does kind of look weird. Deal with him later. So the other option is to redstone. I'm waiting for the endermite to come get me. Put a redstone block in, and then a piston on it extended as the table. And I've even thought about doing something like this, hide some of that and give it a little bit different feel. But I feel that the only way that that really works is by putting our fine. Knew he was coming. Is to put the chairs all the way around it like this so that they're nice and tight to it. Now that doesn't look bad, but I'm not really sure. Part of me wants to see the chairs maybe a little bit further out, not not necessarily right on top of the table. Be able to see the floor kind of thing. I mean, that isn't bad like that either. Being able to still see what's going on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sort of walk around a little bit with this one. Let these two sort of just be here and sort of try to look at them and so forth. See which one I like better. I can tell you right now, I'm leaning much more towards this one. So let's put a couple things either up over. So here on the bar, and not standing on the bar, I do put up 3 brewing stands, and I'm going to put the, I don't have any glass bottles on me right now, but I'm going to put glass bottles up there. Should be able to put some potions. I may not brew anything in there, but just sort of have them sitting up there. The other thing that I want to do, and I've seen this a couple times, works really well, I think, is to put just empty pots places as cups. Be nice if there was something other than dirt in them, but just sitting on the table on the bar there, it looks like there's cups up there, and that's kind of what we want to do. So let me put in a couple more tables and see what this thing looks like. Kind of get a feel for it here before too long, and sort of see how long it's going to take me to sort of decide between this piston, which I don't think is a bad look, but I think this one in this application, more and more I'm looking at this one, this just sort of fits better. So let me get these other 3 tables laid in, and I'll be back with you here in a second. Alright, and welcome back. So it's been a little bit here as I was putting this stuff in. I got these all laid in and sort of dealt with the lighting. I needed to call in some reinforcements and got some people on the server to help out with the lighting and the ceiling. It took us a good chunk of time to go through and get every little square lit up. Even had to resort to glowstone in the floor with an armor stand on it, which for the most part is going to be fine. I don't think you're gonna really notice that. Let's see here. So let's get these guys dressed. The whole thing has been sort of a mix of blue and white. So have here, we're gonna guys in opposite colors and go from there. So yeah, getting all these areas lit up was a challenge. I mean, get everything going. We had put carpet down. We've got glowstone in the ceiling. Got a little short chandelier right here that helps to light up stuff, but doesn't really give us a lot of lighting. Put some design up in the ceiling there to sort of give it some texture and some shape. Got our mouthpiece there on the wall there, our dragon head, and we're gonna be putting in a little bit of seating here, and we also talked about it. We're gonna swap out, and I think I'm gonna do that first off. When I started laying in all the chairs and so forth, what I found out was it got a lot of oak. There was a lot of oak in this build. So what we chatted about and are gonna do, decided to, and just the general trying to get all the woods worked in and make things look right. We're gonna take this bar and we're gonna finish this bar with a different color. We're gonna put in dark oak for this bar. Place it, and I think that it was a good choice. Otherwise, there's just the standard default oak everywhere in the build. Not that it's a bad color. It's just that it gets overpowering. And the big reason is because these pressure plates are going to be oak. And there's not a lot we can do about that. So what we're going to do is swap out shelves and this table here for dark oak. Our glass is back up on the bar. And cut that up a little bit. We also talked about possibly changing some of the seating around for dark oak, and maybe even changing the floor texture up a little bit. But we are going to do one thing. Is one of the things we were talking about is I was put that bench in over here, and you'll notice I think I pulled it out. I'm not sure if I gave you guys a chance to see that. What I'm going to do, change this up a little bit. This is going to be a special bench with a little bit of extra seating to it, and we're going to put in, sure, our glowstone here. How do we? Oops. All right, this. 2 pieces of glowstone. Of course, I only grabbed one. That one there. This one right. So we're gonna make this set of chairs dark oak. Sure. Get our band here. Based that way. Please put the table back. All right, and our dark oak. Oh, it's getting late in the days. There. So this table is going to be for some special customer, sort of reserved seating. We'll get a sign, put a sign up here, you know, reserved seating for so-and-so. We'll come up with a name, a good one. But it's also got cushions on it. The rest of them, rest of these chairs and so forth, they're not going to be so lucky. Let's get there, there, and there. These two are going to talk to each other. They don't always have to be straight across from each other. Door so we can order more drinks. This guy. So come in, grab a table, mosey up to the bar, grab a cocktail. Good to go. So that's what we've got in here, most part. I'd love to get your feedback on this. If you've got any other suggestions on what we can add. I think I'm gonna try and add in. I got to work with some of the other people here. I may try to put a white aproned villager zombie back here. Name it. Pin it into the behind the bar as a bartender and a cook. Just to wander around in back here. I think that might be kind of good to have in there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna throw up a sign here, I think, and reserve this. Make sure we're reserving this table. I don't have any signs out there, and a whole bunch back in the there. But this, for the most part, is looking pretty good. I think I'm gonna come in here and pop out a few of these slabs and break up the floor with a little bit of oak. Let's do that right now. See how that looks. You know, just sort of in random spots, just to change the floor a little bit. maybe may not work, but you know, it's worth a shot. It's something that'll give a little bit of a difference to things as we're going along here. You know, that's not bad. Just needs a little bit more to have the right feel. Back over here. So. Something different as you come in, different floor textures. Some boards are worn more or less than others, and up, have a good night's sleep. So what I'm going to do is let me take a nap here, and I'll pop back with you just a second when I get a little bit of prep work on what we're going to do on the outside. And that's going to be going to take a little bit of time, so let me grab some materials, and I will be back with you here in a second. All right, and welcome back. So, getting together this last little bit here, finishing up a pile of rocks. This is kind of where we're at. This project with this inn is taking a lot more time than I thought, but I think it's turning out really, really good. The interior on this one, I'm really, really proud of what we've done with it. All of the stuff that we've got in there, all the different rooms, how they're decorated out and the like. So really glad that I started doing this and putting this together. So I'm running out of time here for today, but I just sort of wanted to walk you around with what I've done so far. I'm not going to touch this garden area or what we're going to do with this until later. Sort of get a better idea what I want the garden to look like over there before I do anything there. But today we did the interior of the bar, which I think turned out really well. A couple armor stands, some tables, bar in place. Got our reserved for Ralph seating, special seating with the cushions. Going to work on getting the path. I didn't extend the path out much more than this because, in all honesty, I'm not sure where I want it to go yet. While I was doing this, I started thinking maybe that there's another building right here. Maybe something like a portmaster's check-in kind of house right here, or a building right here for the dock and the port district. Maybe just a couple of those little small buildings that we do sit right here. Did put this pile of rocks in. Got some flower boxes up here. I still need to get some more flowers for this. I ran out of what I wanted to put in there for this other flower box. And just around the back here, started working down the hill here, getting some lighting in. I got to get some more down in some of this area here. Sort of going to be a trick on how far down I'm gonna light all of this. I'd like to be able to get it all lit down to the water and not have to worry about torches anywhere. That's easier said than done, so we'll see what happens with that. Sort of got the grass and the bushes along the back here. This is sort of, I'm probably going to put, being so close to the swamp, I think I'm going to stick some vines on the back of this. See how well that does. Some overgrowth back here. It's definitely the back end of things. Back in towards the swamp. Not going to have a path. Maybe have a path coming down from the garden down to the water would be kind of nice. Small little sitting area right down there. But again, this is where the garden's going to go, and that was sort of one of those ideas that popped in today, having the conversation about helping with the lighting and so forth, to put this sort of balcony out there, to get that in place. So that is all I've got time for today. I definitely love to hear your feedback about this texture and this depth that we want to add in here. You can find me on Twitter at a wandering nerd. And if you enjoyed this video, definitely leave a like. If you want to see more like this, definitely subscribe. And until then, this is a wandering nerd.